there, I'm Chii Alia and I make videos on tech, career, productivity, and life. When I was 23, I moved out of my parents' house and out of the country to Australia. That was not my first move though. When I was 16, I got into university and I moved to the college dorms. But this video will be more about moving to your own place and less about moving to college. Since the beginning of time, when Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden, we as humans have always felt the need to leave the nest. And we willingly get hit by the world out there. Rent, bills, insurance, an empty fridge. Why did we decide moving out was such a good idea again? As we get into this video, we're going to talk about things that bring regrets after moving, and then go into the good stuff and talk about great tips for moving out, and just if there's even a real need to move out of your parents' place at a younger age in the first place. Things that bring regret. Number one, bills. Moving out is expensive. You can no longer use your money for just those shopping hauls. You have to now think about rent, utilities, insurance, food, just to name a few, and any other thing that would possibly creep up. I'll talk about tips that you can use to prepare for this as we go along in this video. If you're like me, moving to a new country, you have to budget that for the first 3 months. You probably might not have a job, so kind of have to have a contingency plan. Things that bring regret. Number two, living situations. So if you're used to a house with more space, your parents' house, you shouldn't expect that the first one that you're going to move into will be one just like that. You probably have to live in a smaller apartment in a cheaper part of town. This is something that you keep in mind when you're doing your search. Things that bring regret. Number three, homesickness. After the euphoria of you living on your own for the first time passes, reality starts to set in, and it's just you miss the small things. And for me, living thousands of miles away from home doesn't even make it easier. It's just about the support and emotional support, and it can really be hard, especially if you're moving to a new state or a new country. One way I try to get over that is by calling home a lot. Just, getting some of that family support, checking on them checking on you. I also have little objects from home that kind of just gives me that familiar feeling. The final thing that can bring regret is your feeding and diet. If you're living on your own, you know that it's very easy to get into the cycle of takeout and just quick meals. So it's something that you have to prepare for, because you have to put on your big girl pants and go to the store and plan your meals. Because if you then decide to live on takeout and eating out all the time, it can really eat into your budget really quick. So hey, if you've come this far and you still haven't subscribed, ladies and gents, boys and girls, pause this video, click the red button that says subscribe down below and the bell to turn on your post notification. So let's go into tips that would help you when you're moving out of your parents' house. When looking for an apartment, make sure that what you're earning is 3 times what your rent is. Let's just say that again. What you're earning, your salary, is 3 times what your rent is. For instance, if your rent is $100 a month, make sure what you're earning is 3 times that, which is $300 at least. If your rent is $50, then make sure that what you're earning is up to $150 at least. Other expenses may come up and you just want to be ready for that. You're also going to be buying things that you need in the house, and the money adds up really quick. If you know you're going to be moving out in maybe 6 months or 3 months, start buying things that you will need little by little. You can get a storage and start buying the big appliances and then buy smaller ones also as you go. Doing this saves you a lot of money, because over time you come across sales and you can get great deals for things that you need. Just start now and don't wait until moving day. It's too expensive. Tip number 3 is buying things pre-loved. So especially for electronic appliances and furnitures, you can get great deals on used items. There's Facebook Market, your local flea market. If you're in Australia, check out Gumtree. If you're on the lookout, you can get great deals by doing this. Editing Chii here. So I decided to come in and put some more tips in for you guys. I lost some of my video clips due to some sound issues, so here I am redoing them for you. This is how much effort I put into my videos, so please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Another tip is to learn and practice good habits before moving out of your parents' house. If you've been having it easy, not doing many chores, overspending, and just always sleeping in, it's time to change up a little bit. You can start by creating a budget for yourself and tracking your expenses so as to build better spending habits. Tracking your spending and expenses will paint a better picture of what things will be like when you're living on your own. It will also help you save a lot of money. Literally save all you can when you're still living with your parents. If you then feel like you need to cut down some of your expenses, you can do so, or you can plan for an alternate source of income. Changing bad habits, if any, will make transitioning from your parents' house to your own place much easier. In the spirit of building good habits, you can also set yourself up with a daily routine that would make living on your own and joining the workforce much easier. These habits are all about making life easier for you when you're out in the wilderness. You can also practice waking up earlier and using an alarm to do so. The whole idea of this is that you may not have anyone there to wake you up or do these other things for you, so these good habits will help you get by. This leads to my next tip. Learn some cooking recipes. Even if you hate cooking, learning some basic recipes can really come in handy. It is one of the most important things to do before leaving home because food is a big expense. If you know how to cook, you can save a lot of money spent on eating dinners out and buying takeouts. Another upside to learning to cook is it allows you to eat healthier meals and have a better nutrition. I love cooking in big batches because even when I'm tired, I know that I already have food prepared, so I don't have to always worry about what to eat every time. By buying groceries and cooking at home, you can always have food at home. You save a lot of money and just avoid binging on junk food. Another tip is to store important documents. Documents such as agreements that you've signed, receipts, and any other necessary documents. When I was moving, I stored any document I got. I got one of those document books that have pockets in them and just lined up all my documents in there. You can get it from your local office supply store, and I can put the link down below if you want. Let me know in the comments. This way you know that all you need is in one place, and it just makes it much easier when you're trying to find something. One more tip is you don't have to buy everything at one go. When moving out for the first time, you can buy only essential things, and since money is tight, you can ask your parents about stuff that they're no longer using, and if you can take them with you. After you've settled down and handled all the other bills, you can then check if you have leftover money to buy some more things or upgrade stuff in your house. But then again, you don't have to do what I say. Finally, just breathe. Everything will be fine. It might not seem that way at first, but yes, it will be fine. Trust me, I moved across countries and waters and it's not that bad. Well, those were the tips I wanted to add. I'll let you finish the video. So now let's answer this question. Is there really even a need to move out of your parents' house, especially at a very young age? It depends on you. If you're at a place where you feel like you want to go out and get better opportunities, or you just think that maybe you don't have enough sense of responsibility and you want to build that, then by all means do it. Move to a new place, a new state, a new country. But if you feel like you found yourself and you just have this picture of your life in your head, and maybe you want to save money and start a new business, for example, then stay in your parents' house. Unless your parents are kicking you out, then yeah. So it just depends on you and your situation. That's it, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.